everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. Now, in my last video, and it hasn't actually been posted yet, but we created this card, and I did mention that I would sew around the edges before I started the next video, but I've realized that I didn't actually do anything on the back of it. So I've glued the pocket into place, and I've decided that I would like to do the back before I sew around the edges. But I think I mentioned in the first video I do want to make 6 of these, so I've decided to go ahead with that. Don't know how much I'll video. Like I said, this journal is going to be a very large journal, and it will have a lot of content, and I'm just not sure how much of it I will get around to videoing. So I'll see how I go. I have started another little journal, or normal size journal as well, and I've got that on the go. So again, I may do some of the ephemera for that on video. I would like to video as much of this process as I can. I've got some pretty crazy ideas in my head, and I would like to share those with you, so I'll see how I go. I've actually been trying to get to this video all day. I don't know, I don't seem to have enough hours in my day at the moment. I've been doing the mundane, boring things, you know, the housework, the washing, the blah-de-blah-blah. I had to take care of some technical things like making room for more videos and things like that, and that's all really time consuming. For something that seems like it should be really quick and easy, I'm blown away by how long it actually takes, and I need to get myself into a habit of doing that on a more regular basis so I don't have a backlog. I have had lots of things going on at home, so it hasn't been easy to get to, unfortunately, and because of that it did create a backlog, and I paid penance for it today. So never mind, these things happen and we move past them, so I feel like I'm making progress with that. The other thing I'm trying to make progress with is setting up my new space. I mentioned when I was doing my last journal that it was kind of on hold while I was preparing that journal, and my best of intentions were to get in and get it, or a large majority of it, done once that video was finished. Oh, sorry, that journal was finished. And now that I'm at the other end of that journal, I just want to dive into the next one. I don't want to take time to clean. Who wants to do that? Clean and sort. And so with these journaling cards, I want each one of them to be a little bit different, and I want each one of them to have just a little bit more. So I don't want it to be just a journaling card with pretty things on the front and journaling space on the back. I want to add little pockets or tucks or something. So with that in mind, I do have this little piece of paper here. So I've decided I want to create a little tuck spot there, I'm thinking, and I may actually make it a little bit smaller just so that I don't completely lose that flower. I did look at the paper before I turned the camera on. I was trying to decide what I wanted to do, and I really love the flower on this paper, and it didn't seem to matter how I placed it. Oh, that's perfect. How I placed it on the page, it still was in the lower half. So I'm just going to glue this on. Sorry, my glue book is off camera. What was I doing? What was I doing? Gluing it on that half, I think. And my glue stick's running out, so I'm going to have to get a new one of those. Should have done that before I turned the camera on. this journal will be a process, so you will have to forgive and bear with me if you want to follow along, because I have an idea of how I want to go about it. It's a special little project for me, so I'm just going to grab another glue stick. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yes, it's a special little project for me, and I don't want to rush it. So I do want to share with you as I go, but at the same time I don't want to feel pressured into, oh, that's what I was going to use, sorry. I don't want to feel pressured into rushing my processes by doing it on video. So you'll probably hear me every now and then slowing myself down, because I know when I video I feel like I have to rush. And I can feel that in myself now. But I really don't want to. I don't want to rush this process. I just want to enjoy the ride. So by all means, if you're prepared to be patient and enjoy the ride with me, then follow along. If not, you're welcome to leave it and see the final result when I've finished. Okay, that's going to go up there. I don't want it up there. Perhaps there. Okay, and I am going to ink as I go. I've been watching Rachel from Roxy Creations. I've got lots of her videos from her 100-day project, and can I just give you, Rachel, a huge shout out, because that is such a commitment to do 100 days of videos. I think it's extremely commendable, and I've really enjoyed watching them. I haven't watched them all, and I wished that I had, because I love everyone that I have watched so far, and I certainly plan on going back and catching up with those that I've missed. But I'm just in awe of the commitment that you've made to get that done. And, you know, life gets in the way for all of us. So to make the commitment, follow it through and come out the other side, just remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. So, oh, my blue glue is not so blue anymore. Hope it works okay. It's a bit tacky. Never mind. Should still glue. Okay, so I've been watching Rachel, and she doesn't do a lot of inking, and I love what she creates. And I go to do the same thing, and I tell myself, I don't need to ink, I don't need to ink. But then, well, you just saw it. I did. I did ink. Okay. I'm thinking of some of this tissue. Just want to make the edge a little uneven. It's sticking to my fingers. Okay. I think I might glue onto here. I'm wishing I hadn't have made this quite so perfect down here. Wondering if I can use a little bit of that to I just want to mask that straight edge. So I hope you're all fabulous. I do have some videos to upload that I haven't had a chance to upload yet. It's been a little bit crazy here. And I had some technical things I had to sort out. So I'm hoping I've got that organized now, and I will be right to start uploading my videos. I haven't forgotten you all. It's just been a little bit chaotic behind the scenes. As I said, life gets in the way sometimes. So I've really missed not doing the videos. I've only got a couple there to upload, and I've missed not doing them. But every time I go to, or think I'm ready to make a start on this journal, I've got 1,000 ideas in my head. Does anybody else do that? Like, I literally can't turn my thoughts off, and I've got so many. I've watched videos, other people's tutorials and ideas, and I'm picking up fabulous tips or inspiration all over the place, and then I go to craft and I go, now what was I going to do? I can't remember. And it's almost like having what I would consider, what do they call it? Like a writer's block. It's been a bit like that for me with the crafting processes. Just want to tear that. Now, as you know, tissue paper does have a bit of a mind of its own, so I'm trying to tell the tissue where to tear, but it's sort of doing, and I know that you can wet it to get it to work with you, but I don't really want to wet it because it has got printing on it. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like I've had a little bit of crafter's block. And not because I've run out of ideas or I don't have ideas, it's because I've got too many. I've got a jumbled up head full of ideas, and I don't know where to start. So that was one of the reasons I started with these journaling cards, because I thought it would be a simple process. But then once I started and I decided that I didn't want to make them a standard card, like I didn't want to just do a journaling card, I wanted extras. Then it was like, okay, so how am I going to work that? What do I want? Where do I want to go with this? So, and my idea behind that is that, like I said, I'm using the paper pad Wonderland. And so that conjures up, like, there's unicorns and there's fairies and there's, I don't know. Unicorns and fairies are what pop into mind when I think of that paper. And so for me, it's the magical, mystical, wondrous world of unknown that it makes me think about. And so in my mind, I go, well, in that magical, mysterious world is the unexpected, is the not just what you see, but there's always something more. I hope I'm explaining myself properly. So that's what I'm trying to, that thought is what I'm trying to interpret and actually make a physical item from that interpretation. And like I said, it's creating all sorts of fabulous ideas and places I want to go. I just don't know how to get there. I don't know. Some of the ideas I've had, I'm not quite sure how to make. I've had ideas that I've written down, and until I go looking, I forget what they are. So once I've turned the camera on, that's no good to me. I've had ideas or things that have inspired me that I've jotted down that I'm not quite sure how I want to utilize that idea or thought process. So like I said, it's going to be quite the work in progress. Okay, so there's a little pocket there, and again, I think I'll turn that into a tuck spot, or just thinking maybe it could be a flip down journaling spot. And this is what my head has been doing. I have an idea, I could run with that, and then something else pops into my head. Okay, so let's just embellish this first. Little bag of tricks. We have this beautiful flower here, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I do have my papers in front of me that I'm trying to draw inspiration from, the colours, etc. Not sure about that. Kind of awesome with 3 there, wasn't it? I don't know if I want them all the same colour though. Don't know, it's still not feeling right. I really love mushrooms right now. I just love them. Whenever I'm in doubt, that's what I seem to head for. So my butterflies, I should mention, are from ArtVintages, my background papers. And these 2 papers are from ARTYmaze. And this burlap was from, I believe it's Digital Curio. And these mushrooms are from FarMirage or ArtVintages, sorry. The butterflies are from Allegra Digital, not ArtVintages, they're from Allegra Digital. My apologies. I'm kind of covering up the butterfly, the flower, which I really don't want to do. Actually, I like that. Okay, so that one's sold. So maybe up there, instead of the butterflies or with the butterflies, I just would like a large label. So I'm just going to pop those off. So these labels are from Tracie Fox. I think I want them a little bit larger than that. And that's kind of fun. So that label is from Roxy Creations, as are these. I like the orientation of that one actually. I don't think I want red. There's not really any red in the journal that I recall, so I kind of like the way that pops there. And it's tying in with the mushroom, which I like. So do I want a butterfly on there? So the yellow won't work up there because it will blend too much. Back to the drawing board. I'm wondering, I need to delve right into my butterflies to get to them. I'm wondering about a blue. My poor old butterflies are just... I feel like I need a separate ephemera folder just for butterflies. I really do love them. Butterflies and mushrooms. Oh, that's so vibrant, isn't it? I think I will like the blue on there. This one here was talking to me too. I think that works better with the flowers. No. I do like him, but I think I like him more. I think the variation in colour in this one really works with those flowers actually, so I might stick with him. And I'm thinking some tea stain cheesecloth maybe. My butterflies aren't going back in the way they need to, so that could end up being disastrous in a little while. Okay. And I did mention I was going to tidy up in here before I started my next project, I know, but it hasn't happened. So if you hear a big bang, it's probably because something I have piled on top of something else has fallen. I know I was watching Rachel this morning and she was saying that she too had planned on tidying up her space when she finished her 100-day project and it hasn't happened. And I was like, yay Rachel, thank you, I feel so much better, I'm not the only one. So half the stuff that's surrounding me I use while I'm creating, so I pop it away and I end up getting it back out again anyway. Which kind of defeats the purpose. Now I'm just wondering if I want something under. I've got to think what I've got. I've got so much in front of me that I was kind of thinking about putting this under here and then popping that down like that. I quite like that, but I feel like this mushroom kind of like that, the way it's following. This mushroom here is kind of following the line of the paper a little bit. Maybe I won't put anything else there if I ink it up and see what it looks like once I've inked. Sorry, am I mumbling? In case you didn't hear what I was mumbling to myself, I just said maybe I'll ink it first and then decide whether it needs something more or whether I'm happy with that. It's a fiddly one to ink too, the way I fussy cut it. Just inking the back around where I've fussy cut out the in between. Okay, I don't think that's too bad. Yep, I think I quite like him there. Oops. Okay, and I thought I was creating a pocket, and I just remembered that I was thinking about turning that into a tuck, so I've got to work out how to, or a flip, sorry, I've got to work out how to do that. I think this is one of my butterflies that my cricket cut, so he's got no antennas. Poor little butterfly. Okay. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue down here. I just want something to adhere this. Fabulous. And then I could have used the glue stick, but because I've got the cheesecloth underneath, I want to make sure that it is adhered properly. I hope you've all been fabulous. Like I said, I really missed not doing the videos and catching up with you all in that way, so now I do have quite a bit of excess glue there because I had a little glob of it on the top of my glue container, so I'm about to get really messy. Okay, and I want to slip, I think, that tail. That didn't go too badly after all. I thought he might give me some grief going down the way I wanted him to. Okay, and that's holding down the cheesecloth quite well. And now I've made a real mess of myself now. And I can probably use my glue stick for the mushrooms. And I've decided that I'm not going to add anything underneath it. Okay. Oh, I think I'm hearing a car door outside. I may have to stop the video, I'm sorry. I'll stop it and I'll just go and check. Won't be a moment. Okay, sorry about that. It's all good. I thought I had somebody here, but there's workmen out the front, so leave them to do their thing. Okay. So that's adhered down, and so I'm thinking maybe I could use a strip of this. And how big do I want to make it? About there. And I want to fold it in half. And I probably really wanted to fold it the other way, but that's okay. We'll fold it this way and then fold it in the opposite direction. So I'm just creating our hinge. And I do need to ink the hinge. Okay, so I need to find something to pop on the back of that first. We do have... I'm just wondering whether I should have created my hinge out of that rather than this, because the script is going the wrong way. So I may do that yet. And I think I might use the blue. Maybe some of my yellow tea stain paper. Okay, so I know we've just done this. This paper is almost the exact same width, so I'm not going to do anything with that. So I'm just going to fold that over. Sorry, I know it's deja vu, but I'm happy with the paper that I'm using now than I was. I actually noticed the orientation of that while I was inking, so a hinge we can use for a rainy day. And so this is a tea stain paper that I've turned into a printable. I don't have an Etsy store at this stage, although I have quietly been looking into it. And then I've noticed in recent videos that I've watched that Etsy have changed all of their rules and regulations about how things are done through their system. So I'm just biding my time to see what the ramifications of that are, because I don't know a lot about selling stuff through Etsy. I do, however, know quite a bit about buying. keep that between us. Oh, this paper makes me happy. Okay. I'm just going to all kinds of pretty going on right there. So if that flips down, I want that way. Oh, I think that's quite pretty actually. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so, oh, isn't that fun? I do need to straighten that yellow up a little bit. I'm actually really excited about that, you guys. This is the first time I've used the tea stain paper as a printable. And I'm really loving the way it's looking. Okay. Nothing a little ink won't fix. Oops, a day. Oh, and there we go with the blue book again, which makes me think perhaps I need to, now hang on. Oh, yep, that's right. Oh, no, it's not. I want it the other way around, that way. Okay, now that's really sticky on my fingers. Oh, I think that's so pretty. Okay, my fingers are really, really sticky, guys. I think I need to get a baby wipe. Okay, so where did my hinge go? Hello, hello, wherever you are. Oh my goodness, what have I done with it? I've got the original one here. I don't know where I've put the... I don't know, guys, where it went. Oh, there it is. Oh, that was embarrassing. Okay, so that will go that way. Love it. Okay, so I'm just realizing I can't stitch around it once I put this on. I might put this part of the hinge on and maybe I'll stitch around, wrong glue, maybe I'll stitch around it before I put the hinge onto the flap. Okay, so this part will be attached here and then it will flip up, and I need to find something to pin that down, I think there. And then that still creates a tuck. That's what I'm thinking, and I do need to ink this part here. Just double check that. I think I'll do this bit as well. Okay, so I'm not going to do any more with that one either until I've done my sewing. So I may just paper clip that one down. Not sure, I may sew around there, haven't decided. Okay, I'm going to stop the video here. Please don't forget to hit like, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. There's a lot more coming. See you soon, everybody.